Good morning. It's Sunday, April 2nd, I believe. I'm over here in Las Vegas doing what I do early in the morning and having my little McDonald's coffee, scrolling through global incidents, events, headlines, and so on. And recently, as you know, I've been sort of in this panic mode, like, oh my God, starting to do like what a lot of other YouTubers do, is like doom and gloom, doom porn, all that kind of stuff. They call it prepper mayhem. It's the end of the world. You better start buying cans of soup now. You better load up on your ammo and your weapons and get ready, because it's all going down, man. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. Anyway, I'm doing what I can to prepare myself for what is coming. It is spectacular. So I made some little videos about the recent astrology, Pluto in Aquarius on the cusp, Saturn in Pisces on the cusp, big events, big news for the world, including and especially the United States, which includes everything and anything else that is not the United States, of course. The reason I emphasize this so much is because the United States has a very significant Aquarius Leo axis in its birth astrology. And guess what we just dealt with the other day? As I pointed out in my video, the moon was in Leo and Pluto was in Aquarius, both at 0 degrees, and I predicted some kind of bizarre extreme event for the United States. And of course, that's what we're dealing with right now. It is historical. It is the Donald Trump indictment. This is the biggest carnival, probably since I don't know when. Call it a major distraction. What else could you call it? Historic. Call it some kind of deep state manipulation of the media, whatever it's anti-Trump or anti-Trump, whatever you want to think of it. Everyone will have a position, and it's going to be a spectacle that'll be observed worldwide. So, as you already know, breaking news, Trump has been indicted and he will appear in New York. He will go through the court, he'll have the Secret Service and be fully protected and so on. It'll all be done in private, and then the arraignment will be served. And then he's flying back to Mar-a-Lago, and then he's going to make a speech at 8:15 p.m. on Tuesday night for the whole world. And that's the big spectacle. At that time, the moon is going to be pretty much closing in on the cusp to the full moon, where the sun is in Aries and the moon is in Libra. And my feeling on that axis is all about the emphasis on the sovereignty of self. You, the individual. And in this case, it sounds like we're creating a martyr, a global martyr out of Donald. But in a way, that's sort of what it is, because he doesn't have to do what he's doing. He's a multi-billionaire. He could just go and relax. But instead, he has taken upon the role, essentially, of a martyr to take down the deep state and represent the people, because he is a person. And he very much symbolizes a singular example of we the people. Essentially, he is representing we the people. At least that's how I view it. As you know, I'm very much on the side of patriots, the MAGA movement, all of that stuff. I know there's other viewpoints and perspectives, but if you have to make a choice, I know where I'm going. Anyway, so I just wanted to point that out. Okay, it is spectacular. Pluto in Aquarius, 0 degrees. Is just spectacular across the world, and of course you've probably already seen and noticed the massive fractures, tectonic plates, as the world global restructuring occurs live in real time. As you know, I stated that January 2020 was the actual first fracture. global financial catastrophe will ensue. And that is exactly what's happening right now. Of course, some of the elites are having a spectacular time. The hyper expensive VIP luxury watch market, like Omegas and all the others, they are doing better than ever in their whole history. But the rest of the planet is, I don't know, there's a lot of misery. There's at least 2 billion people, as you know, suffering, and they don't even have proper water, let alone indoor plumbing or sanitation. And then there's another, 5 billion in, 4 billion probably in poverty or having a really hard time. And then there's the elites and the lucky folks at the top. Anyway, I don't want to go into that right now. I just really wanted to emphasize the full moon event, Aries Libra, the relationship self and other and self, and in particular Chiron, the wounded self. It's almost like the wounded soldier. If you think of Chiron and Aries, the pain and suffering of the individuals, each individual human being, and how they call it the wounded healer. And I think Donald personifies the wounded healer. He is taking arrows and he is just being ravaged and assaulted and abused by his enemies. But he's actually operating as a healer. That's how I look at it in terms of the astrology. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. I hope you get something out of this. I will be watching the speech on Tuesday night, 8:15, I think, p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.